All right, everybody. Tonight we have got a treat that I have been really looking forward to for the Thursday Night Music Series. One of the original founders of DentonRadio.com, as well as a good friend of mine. Really happy to have this guy in the studio. A legend among most of you, the one and only Bone Doggie. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. So we're about to get into a set of brand new stuff.
All new material.
So you guys don't go anywhere. If you're new to Bone Doggie, or if you've been seeing Bone Doggie forever, you're about to see an exclusive you've never seen anywhere else. Give us a little taste of what's to come.
Well, you're not going to see a bouzouki or a guitar or anything like that. I'm doing all electronic music at this point. Brand new stuff. I bought a synthesizer.
Okay.
Happy birthday to me. and a few gadgets and gadgets. I've got a Kindle, which has got 4 or 5 synthesizers on it, and a loop pedal.
Okay.
And basically what I'm doing is experimenting with avant-garde, ambient, and electronic music along with spoken word.
Really?
Yes.
So this is very different from the Bone Doggie we've seen in the past.
The Bone Doggie in the past was always very verbal.
Okay.
Very verbal, including and the little stories between the songs and stuff like that. Well, I've taken that and just basically put it to the forefront. So that all of these are little stories.
Yeah.
And they're all tied together with little vignettes.
Yeah.
That kind of tie the tunes together just to keep it going because it can get so boring. So I know I get bored. So anyway, and there's no bar, so you got to do something. So anyway, that's what I'm doing right now is basically experimenting with a new type of music and it's still Bone Doggie.
Of course, yeah.
It's still definitely Bone Doggie, but with a little bit of a twist.
That's cool. So what inspired this direction?
I've always been fascinated with electronic music, even as far back as when George Washington was president and I was in high school. And basically, Kraftwerk came out in the mid-'70s, along with Aphrodite's Child and some other stuff like that. And when I started playing music, I was a prog rocker. So if it was 19 minutes long and had a synthesizer, I'm there.
Yeah.
Right? And so I've always been interested in it. Well, the last couple of years, I really started to delve into very, very avant-garde music.
Yeah.
Even as far as back as like Stravinsky, who basically abandoned all musical decorum and shoved stuff together that caused riots. And then his student, Schoenberg, who abandoned melody altogether. And then his student, Stockhausen, who abandoned musical instruments altogether and started using test equipment and things like that. And that's where I'm headed. I'm looking for that. I'm trying, every garage sale and everything, I'm looking for noisemakers. But anyway, this little journey, and I started getting on this electroacoustic music kick. And then I discovered the BBC Radio Workshop, which is it was about 1960 as they put that together. And here's a little tidbit for you. The creator of the Doctor Who theme was a woman named Delia Derbyshire.
Okay.
Delia Derbyshire. And she literally cut and pasted the Doctor Who theme on 1/4-inch cellular tape and run it through tape machines. They would have the tape literally run through the machine and out the door and all the way down the hallway in one big loop. And they would play that stuff. And then a contemporary, they like to do things really hard at the Radio Workshop. A contemporary of hers, Daphne Oram, actually built a giant machine. And her instrument basically was a 3-inch cellular tape. And she would paint lines and squigglies on it, run it through the machine, and it would computerize that and into computer sound.
Really?
Yes. And so that's what was going on. I found about all of that, and I was just going, this is so cool.
Yeah.
And then what I discovered is as electronic music progressed along with the instruments, the Moog came out, the ARP synthesizers came out, and stuff like that, a lot of the pioneers of electronic music, modern electronic music, were women.
Okay.
They just had a temperament for it, and like Elsa Marie Pade or Elise Rodriguez. I don't even know how to say her name now, but which is impressive. But anyway, Radic, that's it.
Okay.
Elise Radic.
Gotcha.
And no, this is not for everybody. It's not foot stomping music. it's something that, though, if you have some time or if you're working or something like that and just want to hear sound, and this is part of the argument, is regular just sound, can it be music?
Yeah.
And what you're going to hear, part of what you will be hearing tonight, is percussion done on pickle buckets.
Cool.
Range sticks, taking marbles in a metal bowl, and things like that, stomping around. As a matter of fact, one of the songs is very heavily laden with drumsticks on a chair.
Okay.
So there's a lot of that going on. So, sound as music.
Yeah.
And it's just, like I've been doing this for about 2 years now, and finally at the point I got the synthesizer, this little jewel right here.
Yeah.
That's, like I said, that's happy birthday.
Yeah, right.
But that's my COVID present.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm getting to the point now to where I'm starting to put these tunes together with the spoken word, and there's humor in there. Like I said, it's still Bone Doggie.
Yeah.
So it's very irreverent and things like that, but and still PG. Or PG-13, depending on what club I'm in.
Right.
But that's basically what we're doing.
So cool. Well, we got to get a little sample and a little taste while we were getting set up and everything. And on the Kindle, you were playing a
Kindle
digital version of, what was it you were playing?
I think it was Emerson, Lake and Palmer lead or something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah. What's the instrument that?
The instrument that I was playing. It was a space theremin.
Yes,
space theremin.
So you've got this digital version of theremin, and as you're moving your fingers, all this is changed. I mean, the layers and the depth to this contraption that you've created over here is insane. It's really cool.
We have the Kindle 10, which has several synthesizers on it, but the space theremin is probably my favorite. Have a Boss loop pedal, 2 DI boxes, goes into a small board, and then the Novation Mini Nova synthesizer, which also has a vocoder on it, which I'm not using. That's the thing that sticks here. It's literally a microphone that comes out here.
Okay.
And you can speak into it and make musical notes with your voice,
like a talk box or something.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Exactly what it is. So it's a versatile little beast.
Yeah.
And I'm still learning how to play it. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing right now.
I love it.
Yeah, that's part of the treat.
No, I love it. It's fantastic. I mean, those who have seen Bone Doggie at Arts and Jazz Fest every year, Day of the Dead, all these iconic things that you've been a part of. This is it's still Bone Doggie, as you said, but a fresh version of something new.
Exactly.
That, guys, if you're looking for something to really sink your teeth into, this is the show for you. Don't go anywhere. This is going to be really, really, really cool. Last thing before we wrap up and get into this performance, if people want to go find more about you, more about your music, any of that stuff, are there places online they should go?
You could find some of my videos on my Facebook page.
Okay.
Well, this guy named Brett Coleman, you can find it on his page. Just look for Bone Doggie and you'll find it.
Yeah.
I've made a couple of these into little movies.
Cool.
So I've done that. And also our podcast. We have a podcast.
Yes.
Radio Free Denton. And we're in our 3rd season. Right now we're finishing up our 3rd season. And during the 2nd season especially, we had a little segment by the lovely Emma Ricks, who is just a wonderful poet. And what we would do is we would play a newscast, and then now a word from our sponsor, and Emma would do a poem, and she'd give me carte blanche. And so the music that is behind all of those poems on season 2 is this type of stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I'm like I say, I have been experimenting with it. Look for radiofreedenton.com and check out our shows. It's just wacky. It's a skit comedy.
Cool.
And I've got Ray Jan, Ken Weiner, Paulie Maynard is part of it, Carrot Coleman from Diesel Beast, my son, the lovely Emma Ricks, and Kat Brunet as well. Cool. And so we've got a fantastic cast. And I get to use some of this on the podcast.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, guys, don't go anywhere. This is the spot to be. You've got to check out this show from the one, the only, the legendary, the infamous Denton musician that is Bone Doggie. Thank you so much for being here, man.
Thank you.
Really do appreciate it.
Okay, that was the easy part. Now let's do this.
Welcome to our Thursday Night Music Series, powered in part by Denton County Transportation Authority and Classic of Denton.
This is your captain speaking. We would like to welcome you aboard Flight 237 DFW to LAX, Los Angeles. We will be leaving ASAP PDQ. We ask at this time that you fasten your seatbelts and return your tray tables to their locked, upright positions while we try to get this big old thing in the air. As we are departing on schedule, our estimated flying time will be approximately 2 hours and 45 minutes. But then, who knows how long it will really take, because time is an illusion. I've been looking for you, but I still can't find you. I've been wandering the forest for ages, because they told me that's where you would be. It would really be a shame not to find you. I mean, I've been lugging around all this expensive equipment, and it's been really, really heavy. You've been pretty elusive. Some people say you don't exist. But I know you're out there somewhere. I can feel you in my bones. I know you're shy, but if I could just find you, I'd just like to ask you a few questions. Like, how's the weather up there? Or do you play basketball? Or how do you always make yourself so blurry? Some people say you don't even exist, but I know you're out there somewhere. I can feel you in my bones. But how do you make yourself so blurry? How do you make yourself so blurry? I know you're out there somewhere. I can feel you in my bones. Okay, here's for real. This is your captain speaking. We are currently flying at an altitude of 36,000 feet, which is really a long way up. And subsequently, it's a long way down. But we try really hard not to dwell on that. This is a lovely little tune here called Animal Jazz. There we go. The monkeys in the jungle make quite a racket, if you please, with their ooh, 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 and their ee, ee, ees. The lions on the delta often bellow and growl. You can even hear them purr when they're out on the prowl. Their almost silent slither of a boa tree snake, but that's nothing like the noise a giraffe makes. The cranes down by the waterhole seem nonplussed, squawking, cackling, raising a fuss. The crocodile bubbles as he slithers through the water, and the hippopotami are doing what they oughta. The rhino stomps around, sounds like an earthquake, but that's nothing like the noise a giraffe makes. He goes a bibbidi bee-bop, zippity pow, ribbity bibbity boppity bing, zippity pow. Fiddly doddly doodly, oh for goodness sakes, now you know the noise a giraffe makes. Yeah, got time for one more here. Let's try it. The water buffalo, and there's never just a few, hollering in numbers. They bellow and they moo. The leopard, he stays quiet, hidden from view, and there's no tigers around, or you'd be hearing them too. Hyena thinks something's funny. He gets a good laugh, but that ain't nothing like the noise made by a giraffe. He goes a bibbity bee bop, bee bee bop bow wow, ribbity bibbity boppity bing, zippity pow. Diddly doddly deedly, oh, for goodness sakes, now you know the noise a giraffe makes. He goes, bibbidi bee bop, to beep bop bow wow. Ribbidi bibbidi bobbidi bing, zippika pow. Diddly zopty doo wah, to doyo zaz zaz. Diddly doodly doo wop, and razzmatazz. Now you know the deed, oh, for goodness sakes, now you know the noise giraffe makes. Now you know the noise a 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 giraffe makes. This is your captain again. We are currently cruising at an airspeed of 400 knots, or 460 miles per hour, which doesn't seem like much up here, but it would be pretty impressive if it were on the ground. Speaking of, we were having just a bit of a chin wag up here, because let's face it, there's not much else to do until we try to land this thing anyway. And we were thinking, would hate to go faster than the speed of light, because it would be dark and you could bump into stuff really fast. All right. This is a little Tom Waits. What's he building in there? What the hell is he building in there? He has subscriptions to those magazines, and he never waves when he goes by. He's hiding something from the rest of us. He's all to himself, and I think I know why. He took down the tire swing from the old pepper tree. He has no children of his own, you see. He has no dog, and he has no friends, and his lawn is dying. And what about all those packages he sends? What's he building in there? What's he building in there with that hook light on the stairs? What's he building in there? I can tell you one thing. He's not building a playground for the children. But what's he building in there? What the hell is he building in there? Now what's that sound from under the door? He's pounding nails into a hardwood floor. And I swear to God I heard someone moaning low, and I keep seeing the blue light from a television show. He has a router and a table saw, and you won't believe what Mr. Stricka saw. There's poison underneath the sink, of course, and he's got enough formaldehyde to choke a horse. But what's he building in there? What the hell is he building in there? I heard he has an ex-wife in some place called Myers Income, Tennessee, and he used to have a consulting business in Indonesia. But what's he building in there? What the hell is he building in there? He has no friends, but he gets a lot of mail. I bet he spent a little time in jail. I heard he was up on the roof last night signaling somebody or something with a flashlight. And what's that tune he's always whistling? What's he building in there? The hell is he building in there? I think we have a right to know. This is your captain again, and I have some good news and I have some bad news. The bad news is we seem to have lost one of our engines, but the good news is we still have one left, so we'll see how that works out. Please stand by. This is called numbers. Do you ever just stop for a minute and think about numbers? Probably not, right? I mean, you see them everywhere. They can be confusing and sometimes scary as hell. But what you probably don't realize is that they're more than just numbers. They're personalities. Don't believe me? Look at it this way. Zero is empty, nothing, zip nada, invented by some guy named Aryabhata. Zero's just a placeholder for something that's gone, not really important till it shows up later on. One stands erect and proud and tall. One comes in first, it's the best of them all. One's the number that has the most fun, 'cause everyone wants to be number one. Two is balanced and humble, they say. She kneels with her head bowed in a reverent way. But she serves no master, she's independent and true, 'cause everyone knows it takes two ones to make a two. Three flies through the air on wings free and easy. Three is quite classy, never vulgar or cheesy. Three is the real deal, not some wannabe. It's very artistic and so bourgeoisie. What can you say about old number four? When it comes to excitement, it's really just a bore. You could watch four for hours, never goes anywhere. Turn it upside down, just looks like a chair. Five is a lighthouse, showing the way. It looks forward to the future that soon will be in play. Five is rock solid on the foundation it stands, and you can still count to five all on one hand. Six is a weird one. You're never quite sure if it's actually serious or purposely obscure. You can make fun of six, yeah, go right ahead, till you realize that six is just nine standing on its head. Seven is righteous, it's of heavenly accord. What with angels and trumpets, it's the number of the Lord. So straight across the sky and then down from seven, that, my friend, is how you make a seven. Eight is jovial, fat, and happy. It's a little bit ornery, feisty, and scrappy. It's got the big old bottom that its head sits upon. And if you turn 8 on its side, you just go on and on and on and on and on. 9's just bad-tempered and a lot of no fun. It stands with its back to the numbers yet to come. 9 doesn't care if other numbers it offends, especially if it's a 1 that brings along a friend. Yeah, you remember 0 way back at the start. An out-of-work actor looking for a part. When 1 brings a 0, they both become 10. And that, my friend, is a new conversation. This is your captain speaking again, and I have some more of that whole good news, bad news thing. The bad news is we've lost our other engine, which means we're out of them now. But the good news is we've opened up the bar for the remainder of the flight. So drinks are on the house. So drink up, smoke them if you got them, because we're going down. We're all going down. We're all going down together.
thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. We want to thank our partners and sponsors who made this show possible. For more Denton information, visit us at discoverdenton.com.